There we go. Just started now. The stream's on just now. Just trying to figure this out. There we go. We're alive. We're ready to rock. If you want to come up, let me know. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Just waiting for more people to come and join, and we'll get this going. If more people want to come up and join, let me know. Put this in the group chat here. This is the StreamYard. So if you want to come up and join, click this link. Do. Like I said, if you want to come up and chat, there's the link. Hit it. And let me see if I can work all this out. This is all brand new to me. So if I can get you up, let me know. We'll chat some boxing. Like I said, hit that link above there. What do you want to talk about? Like, listen, the Nui fight was today, and Nui's an absolute monster. I'll put this in the comment, man. Whatever you want to talk about, man. If you've got a way to get onto the stream to have a chat, then let me know, and we'll do that straight off the bat. Yeah, it was a total mismatch. Rem, obviously, 10 days notice for Yoon Kim, so can't really expect much from that. I think Nui half knew that. I think if Nui wanted to, he could have got that done within first and 2 rounds. But I thought he was sort of like just feeling what he had to offer, Kim. But I knew he's a monster, man. He's the epitome of a monster. It's just, for me, I think Nui has to go up to featherweight now. I think he's completed super bantamweight. There's absolutely nobody left there for him at super bantamweight. So maybe the Akhmadaliev fight, that excites me. I wouldn't mind a Nui Akhmadaliev in Vegas in the spring. And let's talk about Riyadh season and Nick Ball. I'll tell you right now, Nick Ball and Inu would be absolutely unbelievable. I'll tell you, it's just two trains colliding on the same track. I think there's some tough fights at 126. Espinoza, he beat Robsy Ramirez, didn't he? 6'1", I think he is actually 6'1", and I knew he's 5'5", so that's another obstacle for Nui to try and negate, trying to figure out something that's 6'1" featherweight. Can Nui do? Toby Bartlett, thank you very much, mate. I'm very, very well. Hope you're well. Like I said, guys, if you do want to come and join, then by the way, you can. I'm trying to figure this out. This is all brand spanking new to me. So MJ is a fight, all that's left. Yeah, I agree. MJ Toby is the only fight that's left for Nui at 122. But If I don't see it, I'm not gonna be here and be like it's one of the fights that got away. I think Inouye is one of them fighters that he's probably unbeatable at super bantamweight. Akhmadaliev will give him a great fight, definitely, but I just think 126, 126, yeah, with Brandon Figueroa, Nick Ball, who's the other one? Angelo Leo and Espinoza at 6 feet. He would be absolutely that division right there. That should be it. That should be the division he should move up to, and I think he will come Riyadh season because Turki Al Sheikh has said that he wants to see that fight, that Nick Ball fight, and I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. Um, like I said, if you want to come up to the stream, I put a link. Hit the link, and if you've got a cat, I think you can do it on your phone as well. I'll tell you what, Rim, you're probably right. I said this size matters, but then I look at Usyk, who's always giving away 3 inches and probably 20 pounds. Usyk shows you that you can give away height and weight, and if you've got the skill set, you can win. But Inouye doesn't have that elusiveness of an Usyk. He gets hit. He probably enjoys getting hit. He's got a high guard. If you put it on him with 2s and 3s and 4 or 5 punch combinations, like what Donaire did, then you can cause him trouble. And I think the higher he goes up in the weight class, the more dangerous it will be. And I agree with you, mate. Probably there are very, very dangerous men up there. Very, very dangerous guys up there. But like Crawford going up to Canelo, jumping up 14 pounds, it's daring to be great, and I love it. I love it. He's giving the fans what they want to see. So there's absolutely no harm in that. Absolutely no harm in that. I'm going to pin that message there with the StreamYard link. If you want to come up, hit that link, and we'll go from there. Like I said, I'd rather talk to you face to face. If you've got it, if you've got a phone with a camera, just hit that link and we'll go from there. Lindelof for yard 3. Didn't see it coming. Didn't see it coming. I think the second fight, Yard said that he injured himself or he was injured or something like that. You know what? I didn't see it coming, but I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I think for the time, Yard's been out for how long now? I think he's been out for a wee while now, hasn't he? And I think this is a great fight for him to just get back and dust off them cobwebs if there's any, and get back in the mix of the light heavyweight division. He gave Beterbiev a great fight. Boatsy, Cam Smith fighting. I mean, the light heavyweight division right now with Beterbiev and Bivol having the rematch. I'm guessing his governing body's going to start wanting to get these mandatories done. So yeah, he needs to move quick though. 33 and not really done. Yeah, I agree. I agree. And he's got the talent to do it, Anthony Yard. He really has. He really has got the talent to, especially right now in this light heavyweight division, man. I mean, you've got Benavidez, David Morrell. It's a tasty division, but the guys, the UK fighters, we can run it. Yeah, I think he was wanting something more, Anthony Yard. I don't think he's scared of them. I just think he wants a fight to get back into it. I know he fought last year. It was a nobody fight, and you know what? I know what you're trying to say. Jay, Jay, you're probably right, man. I'm telling JG, yeah, you're right. I think Benavidez, he's just a unit, and he will be an absolute force. If Beterbiev retires because he's 40 years old or whatever it may be, or one of these belts come vacant, but who knows? I think did the WBC not mandate the winner of Benavidez Morel to fight the winner of Bivol and Beterbiev? I'm pretty sure I read that. Yeah, Toby, I knew he's special. That's what I'm saying. The good thing about boxing right now is we're talking about these fights. We're talking about sort of the Beterbievs and David Benavidez and Inouye's versus all these featherweights, and it can happen because of the state of boxing right now. We're getting to see the fights, so that's all we can ask for. And Inouye, he's pound for pound. I'd probably put Usyk 1, Inui 2, Crawford 3, Beterbiev 4, Canelo 5. And then you can argue with Bam Rodriguez, but Canelo, yes. You know, I mean, like I say, if any of yous have got a camera, come up and chat face to face with me. Hit that link. I posted a link back then, so if you want to come up, come up. Come up, come up, come up. Yeah, styles make fights. Styles make fights. And especially when you get to that light heavyweight, cruiserweight, heavyweight divisions, it takes one punch. Do you know what I mean? Styles do make fights. Who fought at 175 years ago? Rem. Yeah, it's one of them fights. Yeah, Jay. Yeah. Yeah. He did. He's been up and down. Yeah, sorry, but Remy has. He's been up and down. I think he was more of a like people use the word weight bully. I think he was just weight bullying. Again, I don't like using that term, but he was using his size to get down. He was cutting himself so much, but then walking in the ring absolutely huge. You know what I mean? Josh, how's it going, mate? Very well, very well. Like I say, if you want to come up and have a chat face to face online instead of chatting through this text, the link is there. Hit the link. You can do it off your phone, I think. I'm not too sure. But let me know and we'll get to chatting. I do like chatting boxing, as you probably know. Been in the sport for a long time. If you want to know about my background, ask me the questions. You know what I mean? All right, Josh, no worries, mate. I'll give you 15. Like I'm just chilling here anyway. Friday night, nothing better to do. I'm back in the gym tomorrow. I'm a young coach myself now. I've got 3 young professional fighters. I've got one of my guys fighting in 2 weeks. Lewis Connolly. He's fighting his second professional fight in 2 weeks' time. And then I've got another 2 fighters out in March 8th. So yeah, looking forward to it. Yeah, how special I've been arguing order. Yeah, I think we will. I think now there's more emphasis on becoming undisputed. And I think we're starting to see who the real special fighters are, who are the all-time greats. We talk about all-time greats all the time, but they haven't fought anyone. Do you know what I mean? So I think now we're getting to see who are the all-time greats because they're fighting each other. It's so long. Would Mayweather have been an all-time great if he fought Costa Zoo down at featherweight? I think it was. Mayweather was brilliant. Like he got to the point of his career where he marketed that zero. That zero was like a business plan for him. Do you know what I mean? People didn't tune in, so we sort of like didn't see prime versus prime. But I think right now, but like the money and the way Turkey Al Sheikh is moving and Riyadh Season and now the Ring Magazine, look at these cards they're putting on. So we're starting to see who is going to be that generational great fighter because the cards and the fights are getting made. So yeah, I do think we'll see 2 and 3 times undisputed fighters again. Who it may be, that's another question, Toby. That is another question we can probably discuss. Who will be the next 2-weight undisputed champion? If Bivol beats Beterbiev, Canelo fights Bivol up at 175 again, Canelo becomes a 2-weight. You know, it's mental. Do you see world-class potential in your fighters yet, Andrew? Or too early to tell? I have one fighter called Fred Hanaway, who is just turned 19. Very, very special talent. Lot going on in the background, reference his visas and whatnot, but we'll get there. We'll get there 100%. But yes, Stephen Newens, Lewis Connolly are all great fighters. And for me as a young coach, I'm just going to get them into hopefully I can get them into a position where they can become world class. That's hopefully what I can do. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate that, mate. I really, really do. But yeah, boxing's just crazy right now, isn't it? I mean, I'm juggling everything, coaching, interviews. I'm going to the Chisora fight against Wallen in a couple of weeks. I was meant to be at the Dalton Smith fight this weekend, but couldn't make it. It was my daughter's birthday today. Yeah, but that's an argument. Rim, to be honest. It really, really is. But you can't argue with his body of work being the two-time undisputed, was he 41 and 0 or whatever it may be. I know I said this in a previous interview that Canelo, I agree with Canelo in terms of resume. Because if I was to tell you, name the fighters Crawford's fought and beat, right? The average Joe will say Spence, and then they'll huff and haw, and they'll be like, and then they'll say, "Oh, Amir Khan, yeah." You know what I mean? You can't really think at the top of your head, or the top of your dome, like, yeah, he's fought this guy, this guy, this guy. With Canelo, you can. Canelo, you've got like Golovkin 3 times. Do you know what I mean? You've got Callum Smith, you've got Caleb Plant, you've got Kovalev, you've got Bivol, Erislandy Lara. He's been in there with the best, so he has. So, yeah, I can argue with the fact that what Canelo's saying in terms of resume for for Crawford, sorry, but you can't argue with what he's done. He's just beat whoever's in front of him, and the way he beat Spence. You know what I mean? That was meant to be pound for pound greats there. Yeah, but Madrimov was solid. Yeah, Madrimov. Yeah, I forgot about he fought Madrimov. Madrimov was a solid win. I thought he lost. I thought he lost the first one. I thought he definitely lost the first one. The second one was a wee bit. Yeah, I would probably. I love Golovkin. I always sort of. Golovkin's just one of the nicest guys on the planet. I was lucky enough to meet him in New York when he fought Danny Jacobs. And he's just a nice guy, gentleman. But he definitely, Golovkin won that first fight. The second fight was a lot closer. I could probably, if I'm going to be honest, I probably thought Golovkin again nicked it, but he lost the third one, as we all know. So, yeah. Like I said, guys, man, hit that link. If any of you want to come up and have a chat face to face, then hit the link. Toby, I appreciate that, mate. You know, I try and keep it. I'm a wee bit older than Parsons and all these guys that talk about Eddie's club. Me and Eddie are the same age. Eddie's 3 years older than me, actually. So I try and keep it more boxing related with Eddie. So I think he appreciates that as well, that I'm the same age as him, Toby. You know what I mean? I don't go, yo, Eddie, man, like, did you see this guy say this on Twitter about you, man? What's your response? No, I don't do that, man. So I try and keep it more boxing with Eddie. So, Rem, yeah, the third one, you can probably, yeah, I think it was one of them ones. Maybe a cash out for Golovkin, I don't know. I don't think there was much demand for the trilogy, was there? I mean, there was the controversy of the first and second fight, but I don't think there was much demand for the third fight. And I wasn't really itching to see it. Like I said, guys, hit that link. Let's go. Come on, let's get somebody up here and let's talk boxing face to face on the camera. I'm going to send the link again. There's that link there. Like I said, I'm trying to build a little community on this. But Abiyev is insane. Like, his workouts are insane, Rem. His workouts are insane. And I mean, he's 40-year-old. I'm 42, and I felt I was slow. I sparred Lewis, my fight he was fighting up. I sparred him 2 weeks ago. And that was the first time I felt slow. Like, my brain knows what to do. It's hard to explain. Lewis was on the ropes, spun off, and I said, I'm going to try and clock him with the right hand. But as I sort of like he spun off and I stepped to my right to try and hit him, the young man was gone, and I was this old man just floating in the air there. So, Yeah, I think that you can stay in amateurs. Some fighters stay in amateurs too long and they don't transition well into the pro ranks. I mean, Tom Stalker, who beat Josh Taylor 2 times in the amateurs, didn't transition well into the pro ranks because he was late developing into the cup turning pro. Same with like Paddy Barnes. There are some guys like Lomachenko, obviously, and Usyk and Beterbiev that they stay in that sort of amateur realm, but they're just elite level fighters. They really, really are. But yeah, like I said, hit the link someday. Come on, come up you come. I'll ask you a question then. Let me see what I can ask you. Are we going to see any of your fighters signed? But well, yeah, listen, I'm trying my darndest, Toby, to get Fred Hanaway signed with either Boxer or Matchroom. I'm telling you right now, when I say this kid is good, he's very, very well. Sam Hickey, who signed with Boxer, he sparred Fred his last couple of spars over the Christmas period and asked to spar Fred again. He's very, very good, Fred. He's getting some tough sparring, which is good. And the people that watch him spar, I'm telling you right now, he's very, very talented. I actually jumped into Sam Max the other day. Yeah. Like Sam done well in the pros. Don't get me wrong. Sam won a few titles in that viral last minute knockout. So Sam done very well in the pros, but maybe stayed in the amateurs too long. You can't stay in the amateurs too long. You fall into that. It's two different sports, the amateurs and the pros. The pace in the pro ranks slows down. The smaller gloves, the sitting on the shots, you hit a lot harder for some reason because you sit on your shots. And amateurs, you're just trying to get those 9 minutes out of the way. Pop, 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 pop. Do you know what I mean? No, I know what he's Toby. It's all good, bro. It's all good. No stress, my man. Let me see. It's so different, Jay. Honestly, it's two different sports, man. It's like you're trying to teach an amateur to not bounce on his toes too much, sit on his shots. Because the pace is slow in the pro ranks, you have more rounds. So Audley Harrison, man. You know what? Fair play to Audley, man. He's a nice guy. He's a nice gentle giant. I knew that was happening, Jay. I knew that was happening. On the down low, I did know that was happening. He's fighting in Brighton, I think. I probably shouldn't have let it slip. Oh well. There's only 4 people watching this stream, so who cares? He might be fighting in Brighton then. On the, I don't. Yeah, listen. One rope. There's no. Listen. I won't discourage any fighter for one roll of the dice. He was close against the Lee Wood fight, Mick. You could almost think Frankie Gavin-Jay's a very, very good one. Very, very good one. And Mick, yeah, man, he's had a couple of big heavy knockouts, but I know Mick very well. So if he wants one roll of the dice, I won't begrudge him that. Do you know what I mean? I just hope that if he fails, then he gets out with all his faculties. But I wish him all the best. I hope he goes there and does it, because I've known him for a long, long time, Mick, and this is probably me speaking from the heart. So I hope he goes on and achieves what he wants to achieve. So there is that. Any questions? Any more questions you want me to answer, guys? Just fire them away. Fire them away, and I'll try and answer as many as I can. Yeah, Jay. If there's something left, do it, man. If you feel like you know within yourself, a fighter knows within themselves that, nah, my fire's not there anymore. But Mick has that fire. He's with Grant Smith, which is a great. Grant Smith's a great trainer. So he's with Grant Smith. So if he can go and do something with Grant, then I'm all for it. Adonis Stevenson. It's a blast from the past, man. Parker's going to get steamrolled. When did I see that? Steamrolled by Dubois. You know what's a good fight? I think both of them are on the up after the recent fights. So they're doing this. Not one's coming like this and one's going up like this. They're both hitting a peak right now. So Parker, Daniel Dubois. Who? It's probably one of the fights who wants it more. I think with Parker's hand speed and he's fast on his feet, it's going to be an intriguing fight. And Daniel's shown now that all this quitter talk is gone. Do you know what I mean? He's got it there. He's got it. What's your opinion on Queensberry adding to the DAZN platform? But yeah, DAZN's. It's just the content that DAZN do as well. It's the interaction with the fans and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, DAZN's a great platform. The thing with Zhang, you take him past round 6, and Parker's shown this, and I was in Miami, excuse me, when he fought Jerry Forrest, Zhang, and I thought to myself, he dropped Jerry in the first, second, and third round, if I remember correctly, and Jerry took him into the rounds 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and Jerry won it, and I think it was a draw, and Zhang got 3 knockdowns in the first 3 rounds. So the thing with Zhang is, if you stay busy, make him work, get him into that second half of the fight is there for yours to take. Kabayao was a great body puncher, but Zhang is slow feet but fast hands. Do you know what I mean? And land the body shot, Kabayao needs to get in close, which is where Zhang wants you. So if Zhang had Joe Joyce's gas tank rim, you're 100%. He would be on. Yeah, even at 40 years old. Dubois got so much pressure. I think Parker's out. Oh, Jay, that's a. Are you a betting man, Jay? Going to add that link again, guys, just in case any of you do want to come up. The Dubois Parker face. I think that both of them don't really. They're not into all that back and forth and stuff like that. So it is what it is. It is what it is with Parker and Dubois. I didn't think it was much into it, was it? It was just the normal stare down for the two of them. I think that's going to be a great fight. Fingers crossed I'm out there. If I might be out there February 22nd. I really hope I am. But I've got a busy February. I'm at the Chisora Wallen fight, and then I'm at the Jack Cattle Barboza fight as well. So if I get to go to Riyadh for the 22nd card, that would be ideal. I'd love it. It's great out there. If you've never been to a Riyadh season in Saudi, go out there, because it's brilliant, man. Where everything is, they cater to the fans. There's a big, massive theme park and whatnot. So, Jay, if you fancy it, let's go, brother. Let's go. His mental state. I think he's got over that now. He's 27, Jay. 27, 28 going on. I think maybe that mental state, maybe the young Dubois, maybe, but I think he's past that now. I think he's past that, to be honest, and I hope he's past that, because Parker is going to be a tough task. I don't care what anyone says. I really do think Parker will be tough for Daniel Dubois. Do you think Atoma beats Parker or Dubois by the end of this year? Oof, I'm massive on Moses Atama. Massive. Does he beat him right now at the end of this year? Jeez, man. The thing is there a perfect heavyweight, perfect size heavyweight? Probably not a half hour, Jay. No, I mean, I'll go on for an hour. Another hour. But listen, I want to do this every Friday if you're up for it. So let me know and try and get more people involved. It's just brand spanking new, but we'll try and get more people involved and take it from there. Atalma though, Rem. Yes, I'm sold on him. I'm big on him. I think that you can be too big for a heavyweight. I think the perfect size heavyweight is around about that 6'2", 6'3". You just look at like Muhammad Ali, Foreman, Frazier. They were 6'3", 6'4", 6'2", 220 pounds. Usyk 6'3", 220 pounds. Evander Holyfield 6'2", 220 pounds, whatever it was, 230 pounds. I think the 6'6", 6'7", 6'8", the land of the Giants, 250, 260, 270. Can you be too big? Can you be too big for the heavyweight? Jay, listen, please, listen, I want to engage. If you can jump on next week, Jay, brother, that would be very much appreciated. That would be appreciated. If you can all jump on and get a wee interaction going, that would be ideal. I would appreciate it. Nope, Matthew, Josh is not retired. He's not retired. He's training hard. Training hard. He's sparring 3-4 times a week. He sparred loads of rounds over the Christmas period. There was talk about Eddie Hearn bringing Josh back to Scotland on January 14th. But because of Darren Till fight and they share the same trainer, they're couldn't go ahead with that. And then the next fight couldn't be until maybe April, May time, I think it was. But I think Josh has got options with these promoters. I think 147, perfect for Josh. Again, I know the personal relationship I've got with Josh, coming from the same gym, we are good friends. So I'm not gonna. You would never catch me saying anything bad about Josh. If you tell me he's never going to be world champion again, I'm telling you right now he's going to be a world champion. And maybe at 147, because right now, what, 147, Boots Ennis is going up, standing on us as they're fighting each other. I think Boots will move up to 154. Will Conor Benn come back down at 147? I think it's wide open, that division, 147. So Josh can probably do it. And I hope he does do it, because I think him, that Undisputed was he didn't get the accolades he should have. He did not get the accolades he should have. And that's what kind of upsets me a little bit, because, I mean, there's only been 2 British fighters to become undisputed, either in the 2-belt or the 4-belt era, and that's Ken Buchanan and Josh Taylor. So yeah. Oh, 100% he would beat Barrios Rem. Yes, I agree with you 100%. Yep. And hopefully he can get a position to fight. I mean, he'll need to fight somebody with a decent record at 147. He would need to fight somebody with a decent record at 147. So let me see. The Rio season massive festival to advertise. Yeah. 100%. That's exactly what it is, Toby. It's just a small part of that. It's a small part. The boxing side of thing on Rio season is a small part. They've got that Boulevard World, which is a fantastic, huge theme park with restaurants and everything, and the food is great out there. The food is rich. The coffee's great. That's all. I don't drink, so coffee and food is all I need to do. So, it's hard work to get out there. I'm telling you right now, it's hard work to get out there. If that's what you mean. Person don't think he will be back. Saw Injoke at Hydro when JT was headlining. Who's Injoke? Toby, yep, it's expensive. It is. What do you mean, Matthew? What do you mean? What do you mean? Toby, it is very expensive. Have you been out, Toby? Yeah. Oh, Nui, or the World Boxing Super Series. Yeah, Nui's a monster, Matthew, man. Yeah, it's good, Toby. I think maybe go to Dubai. If you're planning to go to Dubai, go around the Riyadh season, and then it's only an hour and a half flight. It's like flying from Glasgow to London, Riyadh to Dubai. It's like an hour and a half flight. Dip into Saudi Arabia, watch the fights, fly back to Dubai, have a couple more days in Dubai, fly home. So if you really want to make a massive holiday out of it, enjoy Dubai, couple of days there, flight to Saudi, Riyadh, watch the fights, enjoy Saudi Arabia, then fly back to Dubai. That's probably a good way to do it. I know a lot of the expats in Dubai come over to Saudi because, like I say, it's an hour and a half flight. Yeah, I was there as well, Matthew. I was there. I was at the Hydro. I knew he came to the gym. He actually came to the gym I was working at in Holytown. He was training out of there. For a guy that was only probably a world champion at bantamweight, some entourage, man. He had about 30 people with him. Crazy. Any questions you want to know about me, my thoughts on the boxing world? Hit me up, man. Hit me up. And like I say, the link is there if any of you want to jump on and talk boxing. What's the best fight you've ever seen and why? Best fight I've ever seen. You know what? Just because of the drama and the closeness, like we're talking about Josh Taylor, was being out in Las Vegas. I've known Josh since he was a kid, watching him all through the amateurs, winning Scottish titles, Commonwealth Games, and then being in Vegas with him, with the Ramirez fight, the two knockdowns, everything against Josh in terms of fans and whatnot, and then that happening, it was just unbelievable. But then Bivol comes to mind quickly. That fight for a pure, if you're a pure boxing fan and you understand the nuances of boxing, that fight for me was fantastic. It was just a chess match. What do you think of Devin and Ryan 2? And Rem, it's all about boxing's about as a mental game more than anything. And does Ryan, after those three knockdowns and the beatdown he gave him, does that play into Devin's mind? I like it. I really, really do. But I think, do you think Devin might outpoint him this time? That's it. If he blocks, listen. But the thing with Ryan, everybody knows he's got that left hook. Everybody knows, but he lands it. He lands it, he disguises it. He can throw it, fake the shot to the body and come over the head with it, and fakes the left hook to the head and comes down to the body with it. So he disguises it well. Boxer I am most interested in, Mark McCauley. Yeah. McCauley's going to be an absolute... Listen, he's got that George Foreman sort of blocking when he brings his arms across, and he doesn't mind. Like Jared Anderson went to the body left, right, and centre against Mark McCauley and didn't phase him one bit. So Mark McCauley is this generation's George Foreman, and he's going to be a nightmare for every single body in this heavyweight division. Mark my words. I had it, Bivol. Rem. Cheers, Toby. yeah. Well, because there's been so many fights. I've been at some great fights, and it's just that one just sticks out because I can remember my sort of reaction to it, and that reaction to me watching Josh win was, I can just remember. I've got a picture. So this is just a room. I'm going to build a wee man cave out in my back garden there, and I'm going to get a proper studio built, and all the memorabilia behind me that I've managed to save up for the years. Because right now, all that memorabilia I have, and signed gloves and programs and whatnot under my bed. So. Rema had Bivol winning the first fight. You're not high on Bakoli. Yeah, that was a while back. I'm telling you right now, this Mark McCauley, it's like when you look at like fighters. Trying to give you a good example. Maxie Hughes, Maxie Hughes, right? Look at him now. After that Liam Walsh fight, everybody's thinking he's done. He's not good. He will never do this. Then he's got this resurgence in his career. Sometimes it just takes a loss or a bad fight or a new trainer or something to give you that little extra 10% to realise your potential. And Mark McCauley at 6'5", 280 pounds, he carries the weight well. He carries that weight well. Trust me, he carries that weight well. And he's a monster, Rem. If he listen, let's go on this. If the Jared Anderson fight didn't sell you, does the same thing to Ifya Jagbo, then he trust me, he's gonna be a nightmare. He really, really is. And these sparring stories, man, I've watched Bakoli spar up in Scotland. I've watched him, and he had two different sparring partners going into Jared Anderson. He was doing 12 rounds with ease. And I'm not just saying this again; it's probably a biased take, but I try not to be biased. But that is what it is. Do you think he beat Zhang, Rem? Bakoli Zhang? Matthew, do I have it? Yes, I'll tell you why. Because the job that I'm in, and when you talk, I've had the privilege to talk to both fighters, and it's been 6 years in the making, and I don't want it to be a Calzaghe Froch. We don't know now with Calzaghe Froch. We know now with Mayweather Pacquiao, but Pacquiao was blitzed, wasn't he? Prime, you need to be in the prime of your life. Cam Brook, for example. Yeah, exactly. So I do want to see Fury Joshua. Maybe they're not in their prime, but this might be the right stage for them. It really is the right time to fight each other. There's no one else out there for them. So I think this might be the right time. And as a selfish boxing fan, because of the interest I had in it for so long, I still in the back of my head want to see that fight. I need to see that. I don't need to see it, but I want to see it. Mm-mm. Let me see. Do, 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 do. Mm-mm. Any more questions, boys? Like I said, you can ask anything about me, how I got into boxing or whatever. Like I said, start little Bacoley. Yeah, 100%. I think Bacoley carries the weight well, Matthew. And I think if he takes Zhang into the later rounds, Zhang's not got an engine. We know that he's not got a gas tank. And if you take him into them later rounds, Bacoley hits hard. Look at the right uppercuts. Look at the body work he does, the straight, the left hooks. He's got shot selection. And he tells me all the time he knows. Yes, Rem, I was. I was, yes. Boxed as an amateur, and then I boxed in the army as well. How does I feel? It's it's just kind of like a rotation type thing. You know what I mean? Something. But if you, so for example, if one of the fighters that you have a better relationship with, you'll probably go to that show. If you have a good relationship with that fighter, for example, Bacoli, I'll highly likely go to his fights. Josh Taylor, I'll highly likely go to his fights, and then sort of like I get all Manchester, Liverpool, Newcastle, Scotland. That's sort of my sort of area. Do you know what I mean? And because it's two down south and one in Belfast, Colm does a lot because he's got family out in the US. So he does a lot of the US work. But I do miss covering shows in the US. I do. He's got family out there, Matthew. So, and because we work out there, uh, he's got family out there and he can stay out there with his family instead of coming home again. And it's a good way for him to see his family and get to shows as well. So, but hopefully I'll be back out there this year. I really, really want to get back out to the US shows. My last US show was Vegas, Canelo Plant. That was my last US gig. Yeah, so I really hope to go back out there, man. The US is a mental place to be, especially fight weeks. It's insane. It's brilliant. Every single, especially Las Vegas at the MGM. Every single man and his dog is at them fights. Every fighter, celebrity, actor, whatever it may be, wrestlers. It's insane. How did I get into IFL? You know what? I'm going to save that one. I'll save that one for a stream. So when I build this up, when I build this, so I get a nice little community. I've only got 6 folk in here. When I get like 100 odd people or whatever it may be, ask me that question, Matthew. When I build this channel up and we get to a point where I can tell the story to a lot of people, I'll tell it then. So remember that, Matthew. Or if you want to, when I get more people coming up on camera and speaking to me, we'll do that. Pacheco, I think Ren Pacheco is a good little fighter. Well, big fighter, super middleweight. Yeah, he's 6'3". Yeah, a good big fighter. Because the Michael Hunter fight was memorable to me because Martin didn't want to be there, but Billy wouldn't let him stop. So funny. Yeah, Toby, there was something going on in Martin's head that he didn't tell Billy, and maybe I'll do an interview with Martin in due course so he can tell that part of the story. Billy Nelson has, in a few of my interviews, if you've watched my interviews with Billy, he has mentioned what there was drama going on and whatnot, whatever it may be. I don't want to go into it because it's not my place. I'll let Martin tell it. So hopefully Martin, in due course, will tell everybody. Again, this might be another live stream we can discuss in the future. Sorry, guys, just doing something just now. Give me a second. There we go. Mm. Right, Matthew, no worries, mate. Saw you the last time at St. Enoch Open Work. I hope to see you again soon. Come and say hi next time. Come and say hi. All right, next time you see me, mate, come and say hi to me. Thanks, Matthew. Listen, come and enjoy next time as well, mate. I appreciate it. Thanks very much. How high do you rate Azim will go? I can't see him beating the top dogs at 140, to be honest. Very repetitive style. He's fast. He's young. Give him time. But he's got a good fight coming up. The Dalton Smith fight, if that gets made, I think Eddie talked about putting that fight on that Conor Ben Eubank undercard. So we'll wait and see. Adios, Matthew, brother. Thanks very much for joining me. I appreciate it. Yeah, Adam Azim, he's a good fighter. He's a good fighter. Very good fighter. Do 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 do. If there any more questions, boys? If not, I'll give it another 5 minutes and I'll boost. But I'll try and do this again next week. So tell your friends and all that and get involved, man. I really appreciate this. It's quite fun. Like I say, I'm just trying to build this channel up, see where I can go with it. And listen, come up, get a camera, get on your phone, hit the link, come up and speak to me face to face. I'd appreciate that as well. Dalton Smith, Adam Azim right now. You probably have to say Dalton. He's fought the better opposition. He's fought the better opposition. There might be a reason behind it. It doesn't mean that Adam Azim's scared. Do you know what I mean? Boxing is a business before it's a sport, especially professional boxing. It's a business before it's a sport. So he might. There's a reason behind it, but I don't think Adam's scared of him. That's for sure. Oh. Right. I hope it happens unlike Ricky Hatton blatantly declining to fight his mandatory. Yeah, you want to see it happen. You really, really do want to see it happen. So hopefully we'll see it happening. All right, guys, I think I want to jump off now. I think it's been quite good. I hope you've enjoyed it. Like I said, I want to build this, so we'll do this again next Friday, 7 p.m. If you can tell people, spread the word a little bit, that'll be great. And we'll try and get more people up on camera. Again, that would be ideal. So appreciate you all, man. Rem, Matthew, Toby. I appreciate you all jumping on, man. I really, really do. And Jay as well. So thanks very much, Rem. Listen, like I said, I'm just trying to build this up, mate. Build this up. We keep building. This is the first one. Hopefully we can take this bigger. And we can do fight breakdowns and whatnot. We can do a live broadcast from a fight night if I'm sitting in my living room or whatnot, or my little once I build my man cave. All right, guys, listen. Thank you so much. Toby, thank you for clicking on me. I appreciate it. I really, really do. Thank you so much, guys. Like I say, I'll do this again next week, 7 p.m. I hope you enjoyed it. Spread the word next time. Tell everybody, and we'll get to chatting. What was this? The first time live? Yeah, Toby, this is my first one. My first time I've ever been live. Took me forever to figure it out. I'm not very computer minded, especially on this laptop. So, I'm figuring it out. I'm figuring it out, which is good to see. And we'll get there. But I do want more people to come up on camera, and so I can see you and have a good conversation with you. Because it's hard for me to read these questions and answer them. Because once I answer one question, another question pops up. So I'd rather just speak to somebody and then get somebody coming up. And then if there's anybody, you can do super chats. I think you can do on this, where the chat will come up and I can answer a question on that, which will be ideal. But listen, guys, thank you so much. I'll see you next Friday, 7 p.m. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.